everybody, welcome back to Serena's Kitchen. We're gonna have some fun in the kitchen today, and guess what? Super Bowl Sunday is approaching, but what we're gonna do today, you don't need Super Bowl Sunday to appreciate good, fun food. For example, I'm making lime, grilled chicken, Caesar salad cones. That's right, in a cone. Hold it in your hand and take a bite, it's gonna be delicious. Also, I'm gonna make air fried donuts using biscuits in a can. That's right, air fry. I just love my air fryer. I'm a gadget girl. I just love my air fryer so much. So quick, so easy. Oh, the kiddies will love it. The grown-ups will love it. I love it. So you know what? I'm just gonna get started to show you what we're doing today. Okay, so before we grill the chicken, I wanna make the cones first, and all you're using is a flour tortilla. And I'm gonna do this first because it has to sit in the oven at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. That way it would look like this. So we're ready to eat it. Oh my gosh, wait until you see. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so with the flour tortilla, before we make the cones, we're actually gonna cut it in half. So you cut it in half first. Okay, put one aside. Then you're going to start right about almost in the middle of the tortilla and just start to twist it. And put your fingers here and just bring it around like this and tuck it in as you turn the cone. You know, honestly, it takes practice. I actually went through a couple of them before I was able to get it the way I like it, especially the size. Then you take a toothpick, bring it over, take a toothpick and put it through like this. That way it will not come out. And then you're going to turn it upside down and you're going to put it on a sheet pan like this. Okay, simple. Now I'm going to do the other one, and then we're going to pop it in the oven, again 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. Okay, cones are all set. Again, 350 degrees for 10 minutes. And then it's time to make the lime grilled chicken. Okay, now for the chicken, you can use chicken breasts, but I really prefer using boneless, skinless chicken thighs because to me, thighs are just more juicier when you cook them, and that's our preference. But of course, you can use breast meat if you prefer that. So we're gonna season. Now, before I season it with my usual stuff, I had these chicken thighs soaking in lime juice the night before. So I'm going to sprinkle my garlic powder and my onion powder. Again, use your seasonings of choice. Oregano, parsley flakes, and smoked paprika. Salt and pepper. Okay, salted. Now I'm gonna place this on the grill, this side down, and then I'm going to season the other side. All right, I got my grill pan all nice and hot. I love using this tabletop grill instead of using the stove all the time. This is just my thing. So EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. This is nice and hot. Now we're gonna put it on the grill. My favorite sound, sizzle. Yeah, baby, sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Okay, now while that's on that side, I'm gonna do the same thing with the seasonings on this side. You know, I like to do it this way because sometimes when I turn it over in the tray that I had, sometimes the seasonings fall off, if that makes any sense. But I guess everybody has their little quirks. So I'm gonna season it with my favorite seasonings. And then also, when it's almost finished, I'm going to put more lemon juice over the chicken thighs. Okay, let's get my smoked paprika. And we're gonna let this cook probably about maybe a few minutes on each side, maybe 5 minutes on each side. But you remember now, you just have to test it by cutting it to make sure it's cooked completely. Okay, so we're gonna let these babies cook, and then I'm gonna put more, squeeze more lemon juice on top of it. All right, now again, correction, I have the seasonings on here. Now I'm going to put a little bit more lime juice over the chicken, because this is grilled lime chicken Caesar salad cones. Okay, lime and not lemon. Okay, you know what? I think it's about ready to turn. Here we go. Oh, grill marks. Now that is a beauty. That's what I like to see. I'm going to turn them over now. And actually, I'm going to make sure this is not too high, because we don't want it to cook too fast and then it'll be raw in the middle. Nobody wants to eat raw chicken. Oh gosh, no. So you're going to let this, turn this down a little bit, and I'm going to continue to cook. A little bit more lime juice on top. Again, it's been soaking in lime, but hey, can't get enough lime. And now we're going to let this cook for the rest of the few minutes. And then we're going to let it cool down before I slice it up to put inside the cones. All right, the chicken is complete. It cooled down. I had already started to slice it up because you have to cut it up to fit in the cones with the Caesar salad. This smells so good, and you know what? I think I'm gonna try just a little piece before I start to make the donuts. Okay, I'm gonna cut a little piece here because you know what? I just have to try before I put them in the cones to make sure it's okay. Wow, that's so delicious. That lime pops in this chicken without it being overkill, as people would say. Delicious. Oh my gosh. All right, you know what? I'm gonna put this aside, and we're going to actually stuff the cones, and then we'll make the donuts. Let's start to stuff the cones now. So we have the romaine lettuce and the crunchy croutons. Put that in there first. Now you can layer it with the dressing first before you put the chicken, like that. And then the Parmesan. And now let's do the chicken pieces inside the cone. Now it's gonna, you know, the cones are not wide, so it's gonna come up from the top. But you know what? Just think about when you buy an ice cream cone, a double scoop. This is a Caesar salad grilled chicken cone, a double scoop. All right, now after you put the chicken in, you can put more cheese if you want on top of that, and then a little bit more dressing. And oh boy, isn't that beautiful? Okay, now I'm gonna do 2 more and push it aside, and then we're gonna make the donuts. All right, guys, now let's make these donuts. Now, in a previous video I made called Homemade Donuts featuring maple bacon donuts. Oh my gosh, they were so good. If you want to see that, check it out. But I used my bread machine to knead the dough. But today is shortcut day. Oh yeah, we're gonna do refrigerated canned biscuits, grands, and the air fryer. Now remember, if you do not have an air fryer, you could do the same exact thing on your stove in a pan with some oil. Now, also I'm going to use cinnamon, sugar, and glaze to put as toppings for the donuts. All right, so the first thing you need to do, if you have an air fryer, is to preheat your air fryer at about 330 degrees for approximately 3 to 5 minutes. So let's preheat this. Let me put this down to 4 minutes. And I'm going to preheat it, 330, and voila. So while this is preheating for about 4 minutes, let's do the biscuits on the tray. Okay, I'm gonna move this a little bit on the side. Here, okay. Now, refrigerated biscuits. Let's get busy here. Alrighty. Now, you know what? Ever since I was a kid, I love this sound. Ooh! Alright, so we're gonna make about 4 donuts to start off with. 8 of these come in, but I'm gonna do 4 at a time for the video, and I'll just do the rest later. Okay, so you make the holes in the middle. Now I have a little round cookie cutter. Just make the holes like this and pop out the donut hole. Oh, do not put the donut hole in the air fryer. This is just for the donuts. Now, if you fry it on the frying pan, then you can definitely cook the donut holes. But they don't go in the air fryer because guess what? You guessed it, they will burn. Now, since these biscuits puff up in the air fryer, I'm going to just kind of separate it to make the hole just a little bit wider so it can have that real donut effect. Okay. Now, after I finish this, and when it's finished preheating, we're going to spray olive oil in your air fryer basket. Just spritz it. Not the donuts, not the biscuits, just the basket of your air fryer. You're going to spritz it with some olive oil, or you can use coconut oil. Do not use ham cooking spray because they don't really work well in an air fryer. So the best thing to do is either use olive oil or the coconut oil. All right, so I have about another couple of minutes for this to preheat, and then I'm going to put them in, and then we're going to do the toppings. My air fryer is all preheated. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Okay, now just spritz the extra virgin olive oil, and now we're going to place the donuts in the basket, like so. And then 5 minutes at 350 degrees. 5 minutes. And let's make sure it's at 350. Every air fryer is different, so that for 5 minutes. That's it. And now I'm going to show you the toppings that I'm going to use. Okay, here are my toppings of choice. I'm doing cinnamon sugar and a glaze. Now, of course, you can do any toppings that you want. I've done chocolate before. Oh my gosh, I melted some chocolate chips with a little heavy cream to make a ganache. And oh boy, just mouth-watering. But today, I just wanted to do cinnamon sugar and glaze. Now here, I just have regular white sugar, about a half a cup, and about a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now you can do it to your liking and to your taste. But this is how I like it to my taste and my family's taste. Now, over here for the glaze, very simple. Confectionate sugar and vanilla extract and a little milk. Now, for the confectionate sugar, I think I put about a half a cup of sugar and about a teaspoon of the vanilla extract. Now, the milk, you just have to drizzle a little bit at a time because you don't want it too loose. But that depends on how you want it. I didn't want it too loose. I wanted mine to drip over the donuts like this. So you start off about maybe a half a teaspoon of milk at a time until you get it to the consistency that you want. Okay, sooner these donuts are finished, we're going to dip them in melted butter and then the toppings. And I'm gonna tell you something, they're good when they're served hot. They're all finished. Oh my gosh, don't they look great? And they're hot. While they are hot, take a pastry brush, melt some butter, and just brush it on thoroughly, because guess what? You want the toppings to stick to the biscuit, up to the donut. The donut biscuit. So we saturate it like this with butter using the pastry brush. And then let's dip voila. This cinnamon sugar smells so heavenly. Growing up, sugar donuts and glazed donuts were my favorite. Now let's try to stir this up a little bit more. And since the donut is hot, which is best, oh my gosh, doesn't that look just absolutely scrumptious? Let's make sure we cover it really well. Glazed donut. I cannot wait to try this. Try this again, actually. Alrighty, we're all set. Oh my gosh, I think before I bring out my grilled chicken cones, I think I'm gonna try this again. Okay, oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to do the best part and just chow down. But before I do, just do me a favor, hey, check out my videos, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I just love reading all my comments. And hey, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Now, what should I try first? Well, normally you eat first and dessert later, but you know what, in my case, dessert first. Let's try the glazed biscuit donuts. Hey, donisket. That sounds so funny. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. It's the chorus singing in front of me. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Trust me, guys. It's delicious. It's so good. Oh my gosh, the glaze is out of this world. Now I'm gonna try a little piece of the cinnamon just for purposes. I'm happy. I am really happy right now. So good. All right, now for the cone. Now, you could either use a fork or you could take one quick bite. I'm making a mess, but my mess. So good, so good. Try this, guys. Have a good day. Enjoy life. Enjoy food. Bon appetit.